What is up, YouTube? Yo, we are here today with the hotfix for the first Descendant. We rolled out of bed, we got our coffee, and we're like, hey, let's check and see what the patch did overnight that is done already. So let me give you guys the information in regards to the first Descendant hotfix. But first, let me say thank you to all of the new subs. I appreciate you guys. It's our best month on YouTube yet. With the first Descendant, so we'll be covering a lot of the news. We do guides and builds and stuff like that too, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But let's get into it so we're not wasting any time as usual. So it says first Descendant hotfix 1.0.3. Greetings Descendants, this hotfix 1.0.3 patch carried out with the server maintenance on Thursday, July 18th, so it's already done with right now. So let's go over the content improvements. We got UI UX. An option has been added to turn off other players' effects, projectile explosion. Thank goodness, man. The glaze spam was getting crazy. In order to improve the visibility, the explosion effect and the duration of the vestigial organ have been reduced. Director's comment. As Glaze Infinite launcher build became popular, we took temporary measures to address the issue where the explosion effect was disrupting gameplay severely. Currently, we only provide the option to disable other players' projectile explosion effects. We are planning on to enhance the feature for other effects as well. Well, that's great, because when fighting bosses and you just get the glaze spam and you can't even see weak points or you can't even see anything, that's a great change. A system has been added to make it easier to check on the down but not out status of allies. An extra measure has been added to the party member UI. So I guess we'll log in and see what that's all about. Reduce the research completion visual effect duration for materials frequently used in research. That's awesome. I hated having to escape out of that. Away from keyboard has been added to the player report menu. Well, that's good. There's a lot of AFKs. Director's comment. We have been keeping a close eye on the recent trends regarding AFK, and we agree on AFK hinders the gameplay for other players. However, we believe the cautious approach is required in this matter. This is because AFK judgment mechanisms can sometimes be bypassed by simple shooting or moving actions, and the AFK kick system can be exploited for other purposes. First, we are trying to learn the patterns of AFK players with AFK reports. Through this, we plan to collect information necessary to separate AFK players in matchmaking and prepare an appropriate measure in the future. We are considering ways to resolve the AFK issue so that everyone can enjoy the game together. We ask you to respect other players in the meantime, and if you have any idea on this matter, please let us know. Well, that says it pretty much all right there. They got to find out more information and find out a way to actually really implement the AFK issue. The UI has been updated so that major rewards obtained from chain quests that have already been cleared are checked in the quest list. That's good, because I had that issue. A function has been added to view acquisition information directly in the target section of the library. Also W. Fixed an issue of scrolling to the top when moving from target item of library to the corresponding item list. I've had that happen. I'm glad they did that. Added firearm types and round types to the library weapon list. Well, that's awesome. Fixed an issue where a player who joined the Void Fusion Reactor could use the reconstructing device even if there were no void shards after completing the mission. Yep, I would have that happen. I would see people running up and using the reconstructing devices after people killed them and all that stuff. When completing a void fragment mission, obtaining 2 types of void shard, the amount obtained has increased by 1.5 times. So they increased the amount. That's great. I mean, that's good. Void Fusion Reactor Mission Tooltip has been updated to display the number of void shards. Thank God, it shows you how many void shards you actually have. Is that what it's saying? Added linked amorphous material to Void Fusion Reactor Mission Tooltip. W. Void shard attribute will now be displayed on the map directly. Nice. Director's comment. We've discovered and fixed an issue where a party member's abort mission system was being exploited to repeatedly play the Void Fusion Reactor without consuming any shards. I actually didn't even know that was a thing. While addressing this glitch, we also considered why players might resort to using it. We realized that the transition from the shard farming to the actual Void Fusion Reactor missions was quite inconvenient and tedious. Therefore, we are not only fixed the bug, but also increased the amount of void shards obtained and improve the farming process to make it more convenient. Please wait a little longer as we significantly improve the fragment farming routes in the upcoming week 5 update scheduled for August 1st. That's dope. They're going to have another update August 1st. The dev team will continue to learn and grow from your playing experiences. We will always listen to your valuable feedback and strive to provide better gaming environment. Well, yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about void shards and the fusion reactors and all that stuff. They've been, you know, saying that it's kind of tedious and stuff like that. So we'll see how they rework it over time. The number of attached items that can be registered has been updated to 1,000 each for weapons, reactors, and external components. Descendants, here we go. Thrill Bomb and Lightning Emission with the Ultimate Bunny High Voltage module will now target nearby enemies rather than random target. That's great because I play Bunny and I noticed that too. So that's a W change for sure. Allergy and reconstruction of serum of Eugen now applies to Colossus as well. Awesome. That's a W. W for Eugen. Ultimate Bunny Electric Charge, High Voltage, and Bunny Electric Condensed sound effects has been changed. I wonder what they changed them to. Use Bunny's skills to inflict electrocution on enemies has been removed from the 2nd and 3rd stage evolution conditions of the Bunny Evolving Skin's Speedy Awakened one. Dude, Speedy Awakened one, I want that, but I just don't want to drop the cash on it. It looks sick. I actually want it just for the helmet and, you know, having like the skull face. That's pretty lit. All right. Infiltration Operation. You can now view mission results through the escape menu after completing an infiltration operation. That's a W change. The time limit for destroying the Ironheart has been removed in the infiltration process operation Fortress Heart of the Fortress. Oh man, I'm so happy they removed that timer, dude. I'm so happy they removed that timer. It's just a pain. The location of the supply droid in the Infiltration Operation Fortress Quarantine Zone has been moved to the Battle Zone, making it easier to supply bullets. Yeah, there's still a lot of issues, like, in general in the game with, like ammo, right? Yeah, there's mods that you can use to get ammo and whatnot, but, like, even when... There's just plenty of times where people run out of bullets, like, a little bit way too much. You don't really want to slow down the gameplay. That's just my opinion, so hopefully they figure that all out. Mission. The position of immunity spears of named monsters will not change anymore as the monsters move or rotate. That's pretty W. The sequential spear type of named immunity alternate hand of Nasiestra that appears in the White Knight Gulch Eye of Truth has been updated. Okay. Field. The drop quantity on hard difficulty has been increased by approximately 1.5. I mean, any buff is a W, wouldn't you say, guys? Miscellaneous. The stack limit for consumable items has been increased from 1 million to 100 million. Yeesh! That's from 1 million to 100 million. Jeez. Updated some icon images. There's a director's comment. The first Descendant has been developed with deep affection and respect for various looter shooters, and we take feedback regarding other similar games very seriously. Through this hotfix, we are trying to reflect the unique identity of the first Descendant, and we will continue to improve the game for the fans of the genre. Optimization improvements. Nice. This is, I feel like their optimization needs to be a little bit better, that's for sure. Fix the memory leak that occurred intermittently in windowed mode. Fixed the memory leak when using frame generation. Fixed an issue of temporary frame drops when opening inventory with DLSS frame generation. Fixed an issue where frame limit was not restored even if additional options were changed to off when DLSS frame generation or FSR frame generation is enabled. All right. Bug fixes. Fixed an issue where the material quantity text was cut off by the weapon transmission. Fixed an issue where the top menu remained when scroll map to top library through acquisition information and then moving to the screen with escape. Fixed an issue where a black screen was briefly displayed when starting special operations. True that, true that. Symbol effects have been added for code analyzer, code breaker, and core material dropped. That's dope. Fixed an issue where account names starting with hashtag were not visible. I didn't know that was a thing. Descendants fixed an issue where the Descendant couldn't be changed after completing the exclusive dungeon of the quest, The Bunny, Our Beloved Daughter in the Bunny Quest. You couldn't change your Descendant? That's crazy. Fixed an issue where Bunny's lightning emission was used even if there was no moving distance when rolling over a box or a wall. We love how Bunny runs fast, unleashes electric energy to take down our enemies. Bunny is a Descendant who gains her power in proportion to the distance she travels. However, rolling around in a corner and using her skills was not what we expected from her, so we decided to fix this. Additionally, we are detecting the use of various macros and unauthorized programs through the monitoring system, including the rolling in place macro. We are currently taking action against macros and unauthorized programs, and we will continue to strive to create a more enjoyable gaming environment for everyone. Yeah, so like rolling into a wall or rolling in place and farming, they don't really want that, I guess, is what they're kind of implying. Fixed an issue where a sound effect was not playing intermittently when landing on the floor with Kyle's superconductivity thrusters. Fixed an issue where the charging motion was repeated with Kyle's repulsion dash. Modules fixed an issue where an arch acceleration module did not increase the speed and the distance of projectiles. Fixed an issue where Ajax's body enhancement module did not reflect the max shield in the current shield after moving to the map. Fixed an issue where the firearm attack and shoot focus module was applied as a sum operation and not as a multiplication operation. Okay, W. Fixed an issue where the module list scroll was reset to the top after module enhancement. For missions, fixed an issue where monsters would not spawn if the first monster spawned upon entering the Vulgus strategic outpost were immediately killed. Fixed an issue where the next quest could not be started under certain circumstances. Yeah, that sucks. Whenever a quest, like you get stuck on a quest and can't progress or in something, it sucks, man. Fixed an issue where the spear would tremble when it was far away during the named monster's spear gimmick. Fixed an issue that prevented field change by removing the shield created during the upper hatchery mission in the White Knight Gulch hatchery. Fixed an issue where monsters would spawn even without an actual battle in the White Knight Gulch fortress outskirts. There's a director's comment on this also. The fortress outskirts have become a popular farming area with many monsters pouring in from the beginning of launch. We love the run and gun play and believe the running and shooting and bursting are fundamental aspects of a looter shooter. However, using the terrain to exploit and gather monsters without any action was not what we intended. If everyone simply stood still and hunted, the game's enjoyment would quickly diminish. Therefore, we decided to make a change. We maintained the spawn rate by keeping the 4 Vulgus resource storages active simultaneously, but monsters will not increase when players are idle. Run, shoot, and create some explosions. So based on like how much you're moving and shooting and actually doing stuff, they created how many monsters will actually appear. That's an interesting way of going about that. Field fixed an issue where code analyzer was intermittently required when working with the encrypted vault in the hard difficulty. Fixed an issue where falling while using a grappling hook in certain section of the prologue caused you to spawn at the next location with the mission unfinished status. Void intercepts battles fixed an issue where the removal did not happen intermittently and the grappling hook was maintained during a battle. Miscellaneous fixed an issue where items were not collected when purchasing multiple items of the same product. Ooh, that's a rough one, man. They got to get that one figured out, that's for sure. Director's additional comments. Thanks for the love and interest that you've shown us. We feel the brimming energy of the community. Hotfix 1.0.3 includes many fixes which we hope to improve the gaming experience. Recently saw a video in the community where Colossus was defeated more quickly with module switching. If we had a bit more time, we would have liked to include a fix for this in the hotfix, but unfortunately it didn't make it to this update. The dev team does not want module switching to become another strategy. This method makes combat tedious and does not fit well with the run and gun playstyle. The dev team wants skills, weapons, modules, and external components to be a part of the strategy. We hope that in-depth build research will progress, but strategies requiring inconvenient control are not what development team aims for. Last but not least, we were planning to skip the next planning to skip the patch next week for the upcoming 5th week update on August 1st. Please look forward to the new Descendant Luna and Ultimate Valby, new intercept battles, new ultimate weapons, modules, external components, and skins on August 1st. So that ain't too far away. August 1st, they're going to be adding some stuff. But all in all, I think that this hotfix was pretty much a W. There wasn't too many things that I was like mad about or anything like that. I think a lot of them were W's, but let me know in the comments section below what you would want to change. If you have a lot of hours played, please give me your feedback in the comments. I'd like to put together a video on what I'd like changed. I myself have played like 160 hours or so quite a bit. If you guys have played a lot and you have a lot of good feedback, make sure you put it down below. Smash that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. We have gained a ton of members into the Scythe Squad over the past few days even, so I'm happy to have you guys here, and thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you guys. Follow for more First Descendant content, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.